What if I told you that one of the toughest, most no-nonsense off-roaders ever built is making a comeback after nearly half a century? And no, this isn't another soft crossover pretending to be tough. This is the real deal. The legend is back, and it's better than ever. Picture this. It's the early 1950s. Italy is rebuilding, and farmers, soldiers, and adventurers need something unstoppable. Something that doesn't care about comfort or fancy features. Just pure, unbreakable toughness. That's how the original Campagnola was born. It became a symbol of Italian grit and mechanical honesty. Fast forward to today, and guess what? It's rising from the ashes as a 2026 Fiat Campagnola 4x4. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This isn't some nostalgic tribute car that looks cool, but can't actually do anything. Fiat took everything that made the original a beast and supercharged it with modern tech, electric power, and serious off-road engineering. Think of it as your grandpa's war machine meeting tomorrow's adventure vehicle. Intrigued? You should be. Let's talk about what this thing actually looks like, because honestly, it's refreshing. In a world drowning in curvy, soap bar-shaped SUVs, the Campagnola stands out like a tank at a yoga retreat. Fiat's designers made a bold choice. They said no to the typical crossover playbook, and yes to boxy, functional, unapologetic design. Straight body panels, exposed rivets, a high belt line that screams capability. It's like they channeled the spirit of 1951 and brought it straight into 2026. The front end? Classic round headlights sitting in a minimal grille with that iconic Fiat badge right in the center. One look, and you know exactly what this is. But don't think it's all style and no substance. The front bumper is reinforced with steel skid plates and heavy-duty tow hooks. This isn't a mall crawler. This is built to drag itself through mud, over rocks, and across deserts without breaking a sweat. And here's the cool part. Even though it looks like it could survive a war zone, Fiat didn't forget about style. You can get two-tone paint schemes, aluminum accents, and soft-closed doors that give a surprisingly premium feel. It's tough but classy, like James Bond in hiking boots. Around back, they kept things simple with vertical taillights. Clean, purposeful, and ready for action. Now let's step inside, because this is where things get really practical. The cabin of the 2026 Campagnola is designed around one core idea: function first. Everything here is built to handle whatever you throw at it. Mud? Dust? A sudden rainstorm? No problem. The materials are chosen specifically to survive real-world adventure use. Washable floor mats mean you don't have to worry about tracking dirt inside after a trail run. Water-resistant seats keep you comfortable even if you hop in soaking wet. The dashboard blends brushed aluminum with durable polymer, giving you that industrial chic vibe without sacrificing toughness. Every switch, every button, every surface is designed to endure. But wait, there's more. Fiat knows that modern adventurers aren't just roughing it anymore. They're camping with style. So they've introduced modular interior kits. We're talking foldable sleeping platforms, portable fridges, USB power outlets for your drone or laptop. You can literally turn this thing into a mobile base camp. Whether you're hauling tools to a job site or escaping civilization for weekend, the Campagnola adapts to your lifestyle. It's a workhorse that moonlights as a luxury camper. How cool is that? All right, now let's get to the heart of the beast, the powertrain. Because what good is a legendary name if it can't back it up with performance? Fiat is launching the Campagnola with two cutting-edge options, and both are impressive in their own right. First up, there's a mild hybrid. A 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine pumping out 230 horsepower and 350 newton-meters of torque. That might not sound insane on paper, but here's the trick. It uses 48-volt hybrid technology to deliver electric assistance at low speeds. What does that mean for you? Better fuel economy, sharper torque response, and smoother performance whether you're crawling over boulders or cruising through city traffic. It's smart, efficient, and surprisingly capable. But the one everyone's buzzing about? The Campagnola E4X. The all-electric beast. Two electric motors, one on each axle, delivering a combined 320 horsepower and a whopping 600 newton-meters of instant torque. Let that sink in for a second. Instant torque. No lag, no hesitation, just pure, immediate power whenever you need it. And because each axle has its own motor, you get seamless all-wheel drive without the complexity of traditional mechanical differentials. It's like having four-wheel drive on steroids. The 89 kilowatt-hour battery pack is integrated into the frame for better weight distribution and protection from trail damage. Range? About 480 kilometers, or roughly 300 miles on the WLTP cycle. And if you're worried about charging, don't be. Fast charging gets you to 80% in just 35 minutes. Oh, and here's a genius touch. The E4X comes with a solar trickle charging roof. Basically, it uses solar power to supplement things like lights and your onboard fridge when you're off-grid. It's details like this that show Fiat really thought about how people will actually use this vehicle. So we've established that it looks good and has serious power. But can it actually handle the rough stuff? Short answer, absolutely. The Campagnola is packed with off-road tech that would make even hardcore trail enthusiasts jealous. We're talking 280 millimeters of ground clearance. That's more than enough to clear obstacles that would stop most SUVs dead. Water fording capacity? 800 millimeters. You could drive through a decent size stream without even blinking. There's a locking center differential for maximum traction and adaptive dampers that automatically adjust ride height and dampening based on terrain. 1 second you're bouncing over rocks. The next you're gliding down the highway. And then there's the terrain select system. Presets for sand, rock, snow, mud, and eco mode. Each one tweaks acceleration, traction control, and braking to match the surface you're on. It's like having an off-road coach built into your dashboard. Fiat's engineers also obsessed over durability. All the critical electrical components are sealed tight against dust and water. The undercarriage is armored with high-strength steel plates. Whether you're tackling the scorching Sahara or the freezing Alps, the Campagnola is engineered to keep going. This is a vehicle that doesn't quit. Now, you might be thinking, okay, it's great off-road, but what about everyday driving? Fair question. Because let's be honest, most people aren't rock crawling every single day. Good news. Fiat made sure the Campagnola is just as comfortable on pavement as it is in the wilderness. The mild hybrid version is smooth and composed on highways with excellent sound insulation. The steering is fine-tuned to feel natural and weighted at higher speeds, even with electronic assistance. And compared to monsters like the Land Cruiser or Defender, the Campagnola's more compact size makes it way easier to maneuver in tight city spaces. The electric version adds even more convenience with regenerative braking, which enables one-pedal driving. Plus, you get adaptive cruise control, parking sensors, and a 360-degree camera system that makes parking and navigating tight spots a breeze. It's rugged when you need it to be, refined when you don't. That's the magic trick Fiat pulled off here. Let's talk safety for a second, because this is where Fiat went all in. The 2026 Campagnola comes loaded with Level 2 driver assistance systems. Adaptive cruise control, lane centering, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, cross-traffic alerts. The full package. But they didn't stop at road safety. They also thought about off-road hazards. There's hill descent control, rollover mitigation, and an inclinometer that warns you if you're tilting at a dangerous angle. The electric version even has a 360-degree terrain camera system that projects a simulated view of what's underneath the vehicle. Imagine being able to see obstacles under your car in real time. Game changer. Structurally, the Campagnola is built like a fortress. Hidden roll cage integrated into the pillars, energy-absorbing crumple zones, reinforced steel frame. It meets the latest Euro NCAP and NHTSA safety standards. This thing is designed to protect you whether you're on a highway or halfway up a mountain. Beyond performance and capability, Fiat is also making a statement about sustainability and culture. The Campagnola uses recycled aluminum and eco-friendly materials throughout the interior, hemp fiber composites, plant-based leather alternatives. They're serious about reducing environmental impact. The electric model produces zero emissions, aligning perfectly with Stellantis' goal of carbon neutrality by 2038. But more than that, Fiat sees this vehicle as a cultural symbol, a celebration of freedom, exploration, craftsmanship. In a world where everyone's glued to screens and stuck in cities, the Campagnola represents escape, adventure, getting back to nature. And that message is resonating with a whole generation that's craving something real. So here's the bottom line. The 2026 Fiat Campagnola 4x4 isn't just a revival. It's a masterclass in how to honor a legend while pushing it boldly into the future. It's tough without being outdated, stylish without being soft, tech-forward without losing its soul. Fiat managed to capture everything that made the original iconic and wrapped in a package that's ready for the modern world. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a professional who needs a serious work vehicle, or someone who just wants something different from the sea of boring SUVs out there, the Campagnola deserves your attention. It's proof that you don't have to choose between capability and comfort, between heritage and innovation. You can have it all. If you're as pumped about this comeback as I am, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the coolest vehicles on the planet. And drop a comment. Would you take the mild hybrid or go full electric? Let me know. Until next time, keep exploring.